But first, another council has caused outrage by cancelling our national holiday. The Clown councillors in Adelaide have, without consultation, voted 8-4 to scrap Australia Day community events. Now, Adelaide Council had earlier this year, again without consulting their ratepayers, moved their citizenship and awards ceremonies from Australia Day. That move proved hugely unpopular, with Councillor Jack Gaffey saying the decision saw more emails and phone calls than I can remember on any particular issue. But they have done it again. These self-loathing, virtue-signalling misery guts who want us to be ashamed of our country, ashamed of our National Day, are ignoring the wishes of the overwhelming majority of Australians who support Australia Day and want it to remain on January 26. Despite the persistent vitriol against the day from the bulk of the media, the celebrities, the activist class, who want to paint it some sort of a harmful celebration of invasion and white supremacy and genocide, Australians know the truth. January 26 is a celebration of all we are and all we've built. In any case, most of those protesting against the day don't even know that it's not the day when white man arrived into this country. The first fleet arrived at Botany Bay on January 18. It was on January 26 when they raised the Union Jack flag a little further north at Sydney Cove. So if you want to have an invasion day, it's not January 26. The truth is that poll after poll from a number of different organisations showed that the great majority of Australians support the national holiday and they want it to remain on January 26. A Roy Morgan poll conducted earlier this year found 2 in 3 Australians want the day to remain on January 26. Pretty conclusive right there. Now, before I bring in my first guest, let's have a look at a report from Matt Cunningham, who has been speaking to Indigenous leaders about the upcoming Voice referendum. And it's clear that the PM's claims that something like 90% of the Indigenous population support the referendum is a falsehood. Here is Helen's secretary, a senior Indigenous leader from Darwin, who says most Aboriginal people from the Northern Territory know little about the Voice, and she doubts they will vote to support it.
That's their views, but I can tell you a majority of Indigenous people, and that's why they don't really want to include the Northern Territory, because a lot of them don't understand this, and they are continuing to ask for a treaty.